Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel.
OMG, ang lakas ko magka-YouTuber. Ang kulit.
So last video I did Liza the Archangel, the first of the 11, and I really loved the outcome of her design, and it's a good start to this small series. The second day has arrived and I'm gonna do the next color, which is orange. So the second color is orange. In the original Pride flag, orange means healing. So I want my character to represent the meaning of healing, specifically the idea of self-love. Just like the last video, I also took the meaning of the color from color theory so that I have more material to work with. Now, for this video, I will be reading a script. Dahil ang sakit sa ulo pag walang script. So, for orange, the first thing that I thought of was the sacrament of healing or the anointing of the sick. As you can guess, I took inspiration from our dear friend, the Pope. I originally planned this character to be human, but just like the last video, I went with something more that is making him look more godly, look more out of this world. So, I plan to give him a body made out of energy. And since the concept I'm going here is self-love, I went ahead and did his sleeping form first. The design inspiration for this is really obvious if you are familiar with biblical angels. I took the Ophanim, I hope the pronunciation is correct, which is an angel that's made out of wings and eyes. The reason why I picked this is because the rings look like a protective barrier. Since his sleeping form is him turning into a baby, having big ass rings to protect him seems pretty appropriate. I also took inspiration from healing crystals. I interviewed someone who is familiar with the topic, and she told me that clear quartz are like the universal healing crystals, and that orange is a sacral chakra, so it is pertaining to creation, and carnelian are known for harnessing creativity and vigor. Wow, the things that you can learn whenever you're interviewing someone. I love it. That's why I gave the two forms clear quartz and carnelians in their design. If you look at the sleeping form, I gave it to the rings to give off like the illusion of the rings having eyes, and I placed the crystals on the hat just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. Lastly, to emphasize the power of the awakened form, I made sure that the form is brightly colored compared to his sleeping form. I also made the wings bigger in comparison just to really hit home the whole idea that this form is really when he is the most powerful. Also, before I forget, I also took inspiration, or basically I gave him the staff of Hermes. Basically it's a symbol for medicine if I remember correctly, so I gave him that just to give him like some kind of wand. I don't know, it just feels right for me. So I also gave the awakened form rings on his arms and legs just to give like a just to tie him together with the awakened with the sleeping form with the rings, just to allude to that. Yeah, basically this is his whole design. Here's the final design. Here is his sleeping form, and here is his awakened form. I hope you guys like the design. So again, everyone, meet Raphael, the holy bean.
Legend talks about a magical being who was made out of light. His name was Raphael. Harnessing the power from crystals, he goes from home to home to perform his healing miracles. No one knew who or what he was. Everyone worshipped him like a saint. People looked up to him for he would cure the incurable. Soon after, they all tried replicating his methods and would use crystals as an alternative way of healing. One of his greatest stories was when he visited a couple's house. One of them caught a disease that was known to be incurable. That couple previously visited all the possible healers in the area, but none were successful in healing the one with the disease. They were afraid that one of them was at death's doorstep. It was a grim and hopeless night for the couple. This was until he came along. His light enveloped the dark room. The husband was in shock and knelt down to the figure who appeared before him. "I don't know who you are, but if you bring no harm, then please, save my husband." Raphael heard him and stood over the dying body and began to cure the man from his sickness. Though the only witnesses to this great act were the couple and himself, it began to spread to the area, and it became the start of many, many stories. As great as his power is, just like everything else, it comes with a price. Every time he uses his powers, he loses a lot of his energy, causing him to disappear. He reverts back into a bean-shaped entity with 3 rings that revolve around him, acting as his protection in his weakened state. This form allows him to regain all the energy he previously lost, so that when he gets it back, he can continue his mission of healing. To others, this is a hindrance. It is a setback that prevents him from helping as many as possible. But to him, this is the most important part of his power. This is where he cares for himself in order to care for others. This is the greatest type of healing.